Mm.
Hey, Mona. We're glad you're
Mona.
here.
Hi,
Hi,
Linda.
Linda.
Hi,
You can do it
Barbara.
again. Hi, Barbara.
Yep. Hey, Mona. Linda, Barbara. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. So, I have to tell you something. I have an excuse. I have an excuse to go to Dollar Tree. Look what happened this morning. So I have an excuse
Uh-oh.
to go to Dollar Tree. You know, it's not like I don't have 15 more pairs, but it's like,
But that was a crucial pair.
well, this is the pair I wear at the computer all the time. But
Oh, that is
I mean,
crucial.
I'm sure I
Hi,
have
Mindy.
another pair just like them. Hi, Mindy. But I mean, not necessarily just like them, but with the same strength. That's what matters, or a strength that will work.
Hi, Sarah. We're
Hi,
glad you're
Sarah.
here, too. Okay, Tanya, look what I did to the list you sent me. It
Well,
was too tiny. I wasn't going to be able to read it. So I made it big and moved it over. So I have a.
mine is just like that. It's just not huge, but it's close enough. I can read it. So I mean, I have it in a spot where I can actually read it, but it had to go to two. It had to go to two columns. So
Yeah.
anyway, so after Christmas, I have an excuse to go to Dollar Tree,
All
or a
right.
reason. It's not an excuse; it's a reason.
Well, I had a reason to go to Dollar Tree today. My husband
Oh,
wanted some ginger snaps, and they have really good ginger snaps at Dollar Tree.
really? Okay, because
Yeah, they're in a bag.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of a, it's kind of this color bag. I
Okay.
can't remember the name of them, but anyway, he wanted some, so I went and I thought I'd look around. Well, they are getting out Easter and Valentine's Day.
Of course, of course. All the Christmas
So
stuff will be gone. Um, yes,
not that I
Barbara.
needed any, but
Barbara, the list is due to Jeffrey doing that. Jeffrey does that. Yep, it broke. There they are. They broke. Uh-huh. Now they're in the trash can because you can't even really recycle them. So
I see Barbara likes the ginger snaps too.
I like ginger snaps. I haven't had any in a long time.
Hi,
Hi,
Imelda.
Imelda. Happy Christmas Eve. Okay. Um,
You need to talk while I try to finish this.
that's fine. I was gonna
I'm going to mute
Lisa.
myself so you don't hear me crunching.
Okay. In a minute, Lisa will show you her list. But I use traveler's notebooks. And that means that they're smaller this way and this way than an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And this works for me. So that's what matters is it works for you. And we've been talking about a video prep kind of list because it gets hard to keep things organized. So we posted these. Both of us posted ours. Lisa sent me hers. I swept it around and I had to do some stuff to it to make it fit. And I added a couple of things that I wanted. So because of the way I edit, I needed a file number, kind of things like that. So, it's all about what you want in your planner. Because what we're going to start working on today, guys, is planners. So this is a standard sheet of paper. And to cut it for a traveler's notebook, I always just fold them. So, and then I cut my 11 centimeters from the folded edge. So I end up with this. And then I have to cut off a tiny little, they're 21 centimeters tall. Since traveler's notebooks come from, I think, Europe and Japan, so I've got that. Now it's the size I need, and then I chomp its little corners.
Hi, Nancy.
And
We're glad you're here. Hi, Malaya. We're glad you're here too.
yes, Nancy and Malaya,
We're glad everybody's here.
that's right. And Merry Christmas Eve. Here's the thing. When you have straight corners, your planner pages get beat up real fast. If you round the corners, that's one of those things I have found because, I mean, like I said, this gets toted around all the time. Let me get it back over here. This is relatively new. No, looks like I've had it since last January. So that one's been in my book almost a whole year. And because the rounded corners, this has only been in there about 6 months. These have been in there more than a year. And because of the rounded corners, they just seem to be neater is all. So that's why I round its corners. Okay, let me see here. You can go back to you too, Lisa. I mean, and then all I do is I make a cover for it the same size. So that means I need to make this. Oh, it's got to be 22 this way. And I usually make my cover a couple of millimeters bigger, just because. 22 by 21.
Well, I printed off this set. Oh, that's not them. That's the next 6 months. I mean, that's the second 6 months of the year. So what did I do with the ones that I printed off that were this? I kept them because I didn't want to waste the paper, but I don't know where I put them.
Yeah, because you can always paint over it.
That's what I thought.
Now, the thing of it is okay, if you don't want to print your calendars or print whatever little notebooks you want, and don't get this too fat. That's one of the things I'll tell you is don't overdo. These are half years. They're not a whole year of week on 2 pages. There's also, like I showed you last week, you can go to Dollar Tree and get calendars, but these came in my mother's mail, and they would work. You could make a little notebook with this size. For that matter, I could put this one in here and not have to print another one.
Yeah.
So, that's you don't always have to print them off. They just work good for me.
This is the page that I sent to Tanya, and then she adjusted it, and then I printed this off, and then I noticed that I had left guests on down here too,
Mm-hmm.
and Tanya asked me, why was there guests in two places? I was like, because I messed up, but. So I decided, that's not a big deal. I can change that. That's not a big deal. But then I realized I really wanted some things changed around. Plus, she mentioned playlist and taglines, and I had totally left those things off. And so I moved some stuff around, and I added those two things, and then I reprinted it, and I I dyed it with purple, but you can't hardly see it. It's very, very pale, and it's more pink than purple. Compared to this one, it looks practically white. But this is white. You can see it's not really white. So it has some color, which is what I wanted. I just didn't want white. I'm not really into white. And so but these are not dry yet, so I can't fold them yet to use them in my book. But I wanted to show you this. When I put the I don't know if you can see it because this still isn't dry, but you can see it kind of the color, the purple kind of broke. And so in here I've got some blue.
Mm-hmm.
and pink, and this one did too. Some of these really did quite a bit of that,
Yes.
which is cool. I wish they all had, but a lot of them barely got any color at all. And I wanted it to be light, and so I really, diluted it down. And I think I diluted it a little too much, but
Too much.
it'll be
Hmm.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, because it's just right on. Malaya, a lot of people do that. I honestly, planner wise, having time to lay out a pretty planner, that doesn't work for me. It's taken me years to get down what does work for me, and that this works for me. Barbara makes beautiful planner pages too, and I just don't have time to do that. Um, and with everything else I have to do, um, I don't have time to make pretty planner pages. So my planner is very utilitarian, but
Yeah.
it works for me.
I tried. I mean, the planners I used to make were very utilitarian and they worked great for me. And then I rebelled against planners for a few years and did everything online the last 4 years of the kids' high school. Before that, I did everything on paper. And I'm just now wanting to go back to planners. Well, last year I tried the idea of making a pretty planner pages. And and I got to where it felt like it was more something I was supposed to make art and not planner. And I decided then that I need to separate the two. I need to have art journal pages and I need to have a planner. And I don't need to go together because number one, I don't want to put that kind of I don't want to keep my planner like I keep my art journals. And it's just I want to use it and then be done with it. So
Yeah, yeah, and the other thing is I scribble. I mean, I have to make myself a list. I try to make a list the night before. Um, then, uh, then through the day, I cross stuff off. Through the week, I cross stuff off.
yeah.
Um, you know, while I was showing Lisa the other day, is a lot of times I will open up, and everything that didn't get done this week will get done, but will get put on Monday. Monday is the day that I just put it all down. Well, then I will add in other things that have to go throughout the week. But if I don't get all of these things done on Monday, I know I'm not going to get them all done because I have put way too many.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I do is, it's easier to see on the big calendar. I color code things with what do you call those things? Um, highlighters.
Highlighters?
Highlighters. Yeah. Um, things like this is work. This is birthdays. Purple's work. Important, like to take mom to the doctor, or things I have to do with for my mom or for somebody else. I don't dare forget. Um, YouTube stuff is pink. This yellow is in there for whenever I need something odd. But so,
Hi,
and
Sherry.
I will color code
Hi,
it
Teresa.
on the week as well. So when I transfer it from here to here, see, this is a week. Um, this is next week. No, it's not. Um, I don't think next week's not filled out because it's in the next calendar. But things get moved around, and so I have to do stuff for mom, and I have to do stuff for um, me and for work, and I just took that out, and I shouldn't have. So that's why those planners that are printed out, and I need to be able to see a whole month at a time, but then I need to see a week at a time. I think Teresa's here, Malaya's here, um, Sherry's here. Hi guys. We didn't. Hi Dana. We didn't mean to ignore you. I'm sorry. We were just running our mouths, which is what happens with me. Um, and then sometimes some of my books are just blank. They're just blank pages so that I can write. I think Kathy made the comment she liked Lisa's better because they were bigger. And yes, they are bigger, but they don't fit in my book so well. And I write really tiny anyways. So the traveler's notebooks work for me. The thing of it is I have to take my physical planner with me sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
If I was carrying mine around, I would definitely want something smaller.
yeah.
But I mostly do my stuff in here at the house. So
Right. And I used to have a great big huge, I mean, it was bigger than this. It spread out. Um, a month was on a whole sheet of paper. So
hi Dana.
so this minus a little bit on one side was my month. It was a big square month. And then each page was a week. So, I had this big huge table planner. And that worked when we were in South Dakota, but and traveling to shows and stuff. It just doesn't work for now. So
Oh, look what I did. Luckily, this is just note paper, so it won't matter. But I didn't have it turned in the right into the complete center.
oh.
But this is just my list book, so it's okay.
Yeah. Hi Linda.
Well, I decided going ahead and binding these real quick was a good idea before I start thinking about my cover.
Well, I had this one and I just wanted to go ahead and get it bound. And I wanted to mention that I do cut mine down. But it's not that hard to cut it down, I started to use Lisa's and just make the margins smaller. And then realized there were things on it that it wasn't going to work and honestly, the lines I can squash a whole lot more in there
Without
than
lines.
without lines.
Yeah.
So the lines were going to be so it took me a half an hour to find this line. That line and that line. I couldn't find them. I could not find them. I was thinking, okay, well, if I just print it out and draw a line with my ink pen, I can just copy the whole thing. But it was like, no, I was determined to find the line. So I did. Another thing I do with my planners, okay, most of the time when you do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you don't stitch around the top and the bottom. And
Right. Which is what I'm doing. I'm not stitching around the top and the bottom.
right, but I have found that they stay together better if I do, for me, because a lot of times they get pulled in and out, that kind of thing. So and that's not a normal pamphlet stitch to do that. So when I do my pamphlet stitch, I actually go around this top edge and go back in this hole.
And I like that. I like the look of it.
It
I
just
do. I think
now
it's very smart. I just didn't
it,
think about it, and I've already done one like this. And I was
yeah.
in the middle of the second one before you mentioned it. So
Yeah, I'm sorry. The
it's
other
okay.
thing,
Just tease
the
me.
other thing is what you're binding with, because if you're using a soft cotton thread, you don't want to do that. Hi, Janet.
Hi,
Um,
Janet. Glad you're here.
a soft cotton thread, even if you've waxed it, um, is likely to abrade right there. So you want to use, if you're not using linen, that might not be the wisest choice. Um, this wax linen is a lot stronger, or if your cotton thread is a stronger one, then that's okay. So hi
Yeah.
Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Teresa was here too. Did I say hello to Teresa? I hope so.
Yes, you did. I
Okay.
did, and then you did. So,
Okay. Well, guys, if we missed anybody, I do apologize.
oh, I have to show y'all. Y'all always talk about food when we're on, and I never have any food when we're on. But my sister, uh, well, I guess technically she's a stepsister, but she was my friend for all my life, so I call her my sister friend instead of my stepsister. But her mother used to make this fudge that was the smoothest, creamiest fudge ever in the whole world. Well, Darla now makes the same fudge. I was so
Well, it's a
excited.
circle.
Yeah, she just drops it in little circles and lets it harden. It is so, so yummy. I wish I could give you all a bite. But I have some
Mm.
now. I have something to eat when y'all start talking about cookies and stuff.
Oh well, I ate 2 pieces of candied lemon, almost all gone now because I didn't make any more from the second batch. Um, but that was what I had today, so I
Hi,
ate it
Karen
all.
Sue.
I ate it already. Hi, Karen. Um,
Well, I was eating my pomegranate, and so I saved my
save your fudge for after,
saved my
huh?
fudge for when everybody starts talking about food, and it makes me want it.
Make you want food. Okay.
I had some. We fixed a bunch of those little smokies in the crock pot with barbecue sauce for
Mm-hmm.
Darren to take up to the office because they always do
Potluck.
snacks and stuff for Christmas Eve. And they do that for it's I guess it's basically breakfast because it's at 9 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh,
they leave. They leave the office at noon. They close at noon on Christmas Eve, and so um, anyway, they have this party, and so Darren wanted to take little smokies. Well, he came home with a bunch of little smokies because we sent a ton. I wanted to make sure there's plenty.
mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
always
Yep.
over prepare when it comes to parties and things. And so he came home with quite a bit. So that's what I had for lunch was little smokies and then my pomegranates. So not the
Laura
best
and then
thing,
made
but
cookies, and she got my pies are done. I did the biggest problem with the pies today was I wasn't making two. Usually I make 2 pies. Today I needed to make 3. Mom wanted a pie to take next door to her next door neighbors, and so I had to make extra pie, which meant that I can't get them all in the oven at the same time because I won't use the bottom rack for pie. I only cook pie on one rack because that way I don't make a mess. Um, I can put trays under it because after last year, it was last year at Christmas time, I put stuff under the, neither pie boiled over, but last year it did. It was actually the sweet potatoes that went over and made a humongous mess. My husband actually had to take the entire oven apart. He had to take the bottom out of the oven and
oh
the
goodness.
whole mess. Oh yeah, it was billowing out the windows, just all kinds of stuff. Okay, cover. This is
Cover.
I'm okay. I have my planner is been set up for ages. This is what I use. I have a monthly. I have a week on 2 pages. I have bazillions of little listy things. That's normal listy things. This is YouTube listy things. And now I'm going to have this video planner. We'll see if this works. If this doesn't work, it goes.
Amen.
You know,
Me
it just
too. If it doesn't work,
doesn't
I'm
work,
not
it
going to
goes.
stress over it if it doesn't work. I'm not going to
No.
consider it a
Mm-mm.
failure. I'm just going to get it out of there.
Get it out of there. This has worked for me for the last 3 years, so that's what I keep. Okay, well here's my thought on my planner because the reason I'm doing a planner is because my cover is toast. Um, just a minute. I'm watching out front. Oh, I guess she's just turning around. Um, and this cover is about a year old, so I got to have a new cover. But I'm adding books to this, and while I don't need more holes, I think I need a little more spine. So this spine is like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to make my new spine a good inch. So, and I'm going to cover, Lisa, I don't know if you've decided on covering your um, vinyl wallpaper or just what, but I'm going to cover mine because I really love how this feels and how it's really nice. And I
Yeah.
think
Well, I
it
couldn't
will,
find my vinyl wallpaper, so I'm just going to use this wallpaper. It's
uh-huh,
a nice, sturdy wallpaper, but I am going to cover it
okay.
because I like this. I think it's really pretty, but it's not sturdy enough by itself.
Right, and that's what mine is. It's not sturdy
I
enough.
even thought about just gluing it together double,
Uh-huh.
and that might be strong enough. But it's way more fun to do it yourself, to decorate
Yeah,
it yourself. So
right, right. So you could, if you wanted, like only decorate one side.
yeah,
So yes, it is a neat pattern, Barbara. So what I did was I cut pieces of vinyl of wallpaper, and this is I kind of think this is vinyl. Oh, I wanted to show you all something else. Lisa, can you make me big for a second?
yes. Well, I said I could. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I have gotten two of these in the mail now, and I have saved them both because look at this fun thing. Okay, first it has this fun little extra piece on it. So that could be like its latch. Okay, but then it opens like this. Now, doesn't that yell to be altered and put like a notepad in here? And
Yeah, it's like a little mini lap book.
yeah, it's like a little mini lap book. It is like it came in the mail. So, okay, that's all. You can make me a little. Hi, Gemma.
Hi,
I,
Gemma. We're
I
glad
just
you're
wanted
here.
to I just wanted to show you that because I've saved two now. It's like okay, yep. Okay, so what I did was I since I know what I'm going to do as far as decorating mine, I know I need a little bit more spine and I want a little bit more wrap over here because one of the reasons that this is torn this time is because it's gotten so fat. So I need a little more cover to roll around. So what I did was I just took this and I laid it out. I've got an extra inch on the top and the bottom. I've got an extra inch there, and I've got like 3 extra inches over here. I'll cut it to size later. Then the other thing was I decided this pocket that folded up, this part right here is useless, but this one is not deep enough. It needs to be just a little deeper. So let's see here. No, that's the other piece. Yep, no, that's this piece. I cut a piece for here, and there again, I cut it bigger because, I'm going to cover all this and then I'll trim it to size. Then over here, I'm going to make my pocket run from the spine to the end of the flip. So I just cut a chunk to make the pocket out of. That's plenty big enough and extra. And don't forget that you want a little piece to make your pin thing.
Right.
And Lisa, I told Lisa last week, this pin thing, um, you want it longer than the space you want to put it in. Okay. When you actually put it on, oh, that's my pencil. Whew, thought I broke my pen. um, it needs to
Thank you, Janet.
raise up like this. So you want it longer so that when you put it on here and you put it on there, it actually makes kind of a little loop. So
I think I'm going to use fabric or lace or something for my loop.
that works. That will work perfectly. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to try to fold my stuff. I am going to make separate pieces. I will glue them and then I'm going to hand stitch them this time instead of trying to fold the wallpaper. Sorry,
Yeah.
it went totally out of my brain what I was, trying to say. So my day is going to be spent throwing my stuff in the trash can again. Why is that happening? Um, Decorating this piece of paper because I got to do both sides of it. So what I did was, and by making it bigger, I don't have to go out to the edges. That's part of the part of the deal. I don't have to make quite as big a mess. Um, I took a bunch of papers out of magazines and left my scissors in the other place. Hi, Becky. Becky says
Hi,
stretchy lace.
Becky. Glad you're here. Stretchy lace would be great. I don't think I have any stretchy lace, but that would
I
be
wouldn't.
perfect.
I wouldn't like stretchy lace because it wouldn't. The pin wouldn't click on it. It would stretch and it would irritate me. But that's me.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't thought about that.
Um,
Okay. Well, I think I am going to just glue this together so it's double thick,
mhm.
and then I'm only going to art on the
On
outside.
one side. Okay.
Yeah. And I am going to, I think, turn mine up. Well, it depends. It may not be tall enough for me to do that. Nope, because that's not that wouldn't be a deep enough pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll have to make me another piece and sew it on just like you're doing. I like the idea of sewing it on. I just was
Well, I'm
thinking if
going to
I had
glue.
enough here, I wouldn't have to.
Right. I'm going to glue in. I'm going to sew. Anyway, so I just took a whole bunch of because I really liked the the little bits of actual magazine pages that were in this. So I cut up a bunch of magazine pages and I have a little box ready to, I have to be cut up some more probably. And then I went through my scrap box and I have my painty paper, I have some scrapbook paper, I have, just different stuff that anything that wasn't reasonably rectangular, I turned into a rectangle so that I can cut it up easily to glue down. And I'm going to collage.
Well, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh,
I
Becky says,
really
hi.
decided until just now that I was even going to decorate it. I mean, I was because I thought I had a wallpaper book that was vinyl that had pretty pages, and it
Oh,
turned out that the one I thought was vinyl was not, and so it
oh,
was.
I probably do, but I really wanted to do this kind of uh, collagey thing, though. So
Yeah,
that will make me happy. And like I said, I knew I was going to want the magazine pages, and I knew if I didn't get it out, I would be sitting here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mary Kay. Guys, if we missed anybody else coming in, oh, Lisa Jameson is here. Hi.
hi
I'm
Lisa,
sorry.
hi
We
Mary Kay, hi Linda.
we are working and talking and not paying any attention. Oh well, that's what happens. We're just
We love
bad.
it, and we're glad
Yep.
you're here.
So they're not all totally cut up, cut up. I may have to cut more little pieces. I even cut magazine paper that was plain colored because that way I had odd just things. Um, I was having trouble this last time finding magazine pages that had colors in it, though. A lot of my magazines seem to have all kind of grays in them. It was kind of weird. At the same time, I wanted some black pieces. And then I have, like I said, I have my papers. I have some scrapbook papers. Um, Hi, Janice. I am going to make
Hi, Janice. Glad you're here.
the green and blue one. Oh, you mean this one and this one? Yes. They were jelly plated. Then I printed over the top. It's just cardstock, and then I did what do you call that? Mod Podge. And Sherry, that's what I will be using is my Mod Podge glue mixture. Okay, Sarah, bye bye. Have a good evening. Merry
Thanks for
Christmas.
coming.
The plain ones. These ones? It was just cardstock, and yes, I made these. And the purple ones are uh I did not make this. I'm not sure. Am I answering the right question, Barbara? I didn't make the cardstock. Yes, that they're just cardstock. It's that's all they are. Um, when I went to do these, I wanted I needed sort of some blank paper, and I had already made these, so I went and grabbed the blank paper ones already that were already done. When I make them with calendars, I just use cardstock. I just cut it to size, Barbara. Okay. So we're just going to go and see where we can get to. I have a little pile of papers over here. Okay, I better maybe cut up a few more before I start. Because, if I don't, then I'll see. And I had little scraps that I just kind of tried to make them reasonably rectangular because they were so messy. They were just in my scrap bin.
I'm doing basically the same thing Tanya's doing, except I'm using a different kind of wallpaper, and I'm only going to decorate one side of it, and I'm going to leave the other side the way the wallpaper was because I think it's cool. I like it, and it fits with the aesthetic. I'm going to do book pages and more vintagey look.
Yep. I'm just using my scrap box. That's what I decided. I really wanted to use up the scraps in my scrap box, so
I'm going to do basically the same books that she's doing. A monthly and weekly diary, a place for lists, and then the video diary. And if I need something else, I'll add it in. But the mine's going to be like the size of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded over. It's not going to be Traveler's Notebook size. That's the main difference between what we're doing.
Yeah, and
Is that mine's a different size.
that's only a difference of it being about an inch and a quarter wider. I
Yeah.
mean, the height is less than a quarter of an inch difference. The width is about an inch and a quarter um, wider. Is all it really ends up being. Um,
I'm wondering if this
mhm.
with one coat of paper will be strong enough to do the Midori style.
I am going to put a spine in the back side of mine.
Okay.
When I go to do the back, I am going to let me just lay this aside. When I go to put this back on, I will put a piece of a couple pieces of like uh, cereal
Tyvek or
box, cereal box,
okay.
cereal box down it, and then I'm going to collage over the top of that.
Okay.
So, um, and you could just put a piece of fabric over the top of it since you're not
Yeah,
going
that's
to
probably what
art
I'll
on the
do.
inside. But yeah, when I do these, when I've done these in the past, um, this is actually underneath the collage that's in this. There is a couple of layers of cardboard box because
Okay.
otherwise that's why I decided I wanted my spine a little bit wider.
Yeah.
3/4 of an inch isn't quite wide enough, just so you know.
Well, I can already tell it wouldn't be for me because these three books, because I dyed the papers, they're puffy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, and if I'm going to have four of these, I'm going
Yep.
to need a, a bigger spine for sure.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
I can squeeze it,
Yes,
you
but
know, but I'll need at least an inch and a half.
I'm probably going for an inch and a quarter. But then
Yeah.
it kind of rolls around the outside.
Yeah.
Oh dear, my I haven't Mod Podged enough lately. Look, it's stuck.
Oh, hey, Julie. We're so glad you're here. Merry Christmas, Julie. Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's already Christmas for her.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh my, it's got a hard thing in there.
Well, I was wondering if I should. I've got about this much too tall.
Yeah, and
And I was
that's
trying to decide whether to take it off or just fold it so that the top and bottom are a little thicker.
oh, I'm just going to I have that much too tall, but I'm just going to art on the front and then trim it
Oh, that's a good
because
idea. Okay.
that way you don't have to get your table messy trying to get art all the way out to the edge.
Yeah. You're so smart. I always choose smart friends just in case y'all want to know.
Well, that's always a good thing is to choose smart friends. Then you
Yes.
know. But I wouldn't want to say that. Yeah, it was really stuck. I probably ought to shake it a little because it was so stuck. I haven't Mod Podged in a while. So and the big thing with that technique like Jean did and everything is to um, just play and have fun with it. However, um, I
I've
have
got to
this
get my
one
papers
letter. I,
cut so that I can glue them
yeah,
on.
I didn't cut them all. I knew that if I tried cutting them all up, I would just go crazy, and I would just have a lot of little pieces that would turn upside down and stuff like that on me. So
Yeah.
I cut parts of them, and then I just kind of got them closer to being.
I'm hoping I can find some different types of stuff in here and it won't all look the same. Oh, good. That's good. That's what do you call that? Shorthand.
Shorthand.
That always makes for good pages.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest of these are just text though. No, this is some kind of a dictionary or encyclopedia or something. So that's good.
Oh, don't be sliding all over.
But I
Big
want
thing
a
is,
math book to go with this.
oh,
And
yeah, that would be good. Okay, this is, okay, there we go.
okay. Okay, I'm going to use these three, and then I'm going to find some music paper and some math paper.
Now, if you're doing the pockets and your other things, when you go to collage, you want to think about which direction that your design is going. Just a heads up before you get there.
Yeah, well, I think, and I should have gone ahead. I'll need to make another piece. I was going to go ahead and sew on the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Well,
This
I'm gonna.
The
Oh, you're
side
not.
pocket will flip over, so it'll be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to sew the bottom pocket.
Yeah.
But I
So,
don't have a piece out here to use for that. I need to do that.
well, you got time to because you're gonna have to art on this piece and.
Yeah, while this is drying, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. That's how I felt about it.
Okay, music and math.
Those, yeah.
Oh.
Barbara chicken pot pie are you talking about Barbara? Um. mm, oh, what's Barbara's last name?
Barbara Clark?
No, Barbara Clark's here. It was just Barbara that just asked about Barbara chicken pot pie, and I'm thinking she means Barbara who's in Canada.
Oh, well, there's Barb Filion, and then there's the Barb chicken pot pie, and I don't know
Oh,
her
there's.
last name.
Oh, actually, Barb, her channel is chicken pot pie.
It's chicken something,
Okay.
but the very first part of it is Barbara,
Okay.
BARB apostrophe RA,
Oh,
and
okay.
and so I haven't written her down anywhere because
Yeah.
it's easy to know.
Yeah, we can figure that one out, I guess.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we can remember that. Okay.
Now, see, guys, the collaging part of this won't take near as long as the decorating part. But I figure I can always take my thingies out and decorate it a little at a time. Um,
Dear.
uh-oh. I hear oh dears, and that's not a good thing.
I just dumped some papers.
Uh-oh.
I can't find my math book, and I know I've
That's
got
an
one.
that's a oh dear for sure.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
The other thing is that the Mod Podge, Sherry asked about glue and whatnot. The Mod Podge, um, one of the reasons I still use Mod Podge is because when you start bending it, it's a lot more flexible than just some other glues. So,
Well, I guess I'm going to have to not use math paper.
you can't find it at all, huh?
No, I can't find it at all.
Huh, that's odd.
I do have some ledger paper I could use, though. It just
Okay.
doesn't have anything written on it. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'll get
Hi,
a couple
Josie.
of sheets.
We are making a mess today, just so y'all know. That is what we're planning on doing, is making a mess.
Yeah, that's kind of our normal MO.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Josie. I've been running around trying to find some papers. So
Now, by making this bigger than you need, when I go up here, I don't have to get my paper all the way out to the very, very edge. That is the,
true. That is good.
and then I don't have to make a mess on my table because I was trying to get paper all the way out to the very, very edge. I can come back in and I can um, cut it the right size. And yes, I'll cut off some of my collage, but oh well. I'll tell you what, it poured here this morning. It was raining and raining and raining. Um,
Oh, well, we didn't. We just got cold sunshine, a little bit of breeze. But yesterday, oh my goodness, the wind was horrible. And it was, of course, dirt just blowing through the air because we haven't had any rain.
mhm. Well, ooh, it's supposed to be 29 degrees tonight. That's how lovely warm it's going to be right here in Florida.
Yeah, well, that's pretty normal for us. Actually, I think we're supposed to get down to 22, but we're in Texas. We're not in Florida, so
Yeah,
what's normal for me is not necessarily normal for you.
you're considerably north of where we are.
Yeah, we are because we're way up in the little panhandle of Texas. You can't get much
Hmm.
norther than we are and still be in Texas.
Yeah, we're kind of even with Houston.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See,
I don't think
I tend,
Houston. Well, they have gotten snow a couple of times, but
yeah,
not often.
not often. Um, uh, I-10 runs right here. It just right along beside us. So
Oh, I have to amend. I was griping about our package that didn't get delivered that I had to go try to find out.
hmm
Um, well, I went and found out that whoever takes it to you to the post office, they wrote up the paperwork that they were bringing it to the post office, but they never did.
Oh,
So the post office never even got it.
uh-huh.
So we did get a refund and order it again.
Yeah. Um, See, that is why I take all my work packages to the post office and get an actual receipt from the post office it's a receipt of acceptance from the post office
Yeah,
because otherwise, because I make labels online, people could say, well, but they never mailed it to me. I didn't get it.
yeah,
Um, so, and that's why I don't put anything in my mailbox because we just don't have the best of luck with our mail people.
yeah. Well, this was a rather large item, so you wouldn't be putting it in your
Hmm.
mailbox anyway.
Yeah.
But it's,
Oh, Mina's
you
here.
know,
Hi, Mina.
hey, Mina, happy to see you. Okay.
Oh, there's music paper.
Yep, got music paper.
That will be cool. I forgot to put paper out on the floor for when I get this finished.
Now I've got to. Oh,
You have to think.
yeah, it's hard.
Oh dear. Uh-huh.
It's
Yep.
hard work, that thinking.
That thinking is really hard. Yep. Well, I got the pies done, so that's a good thing. And Jeffrey went out. We had to swap the stuff in the refrigerator for the groceries for tomorrow because my refrigerator is not big enough to hold everything. Because I have a
Yeah.
huge bowl of green tomatoes right this minute. Hi, Jamie.
Well, I understand that. Our Mom has a little apartment behind her house, and so we've got stuff over in that refrigerator. So it's nice to have that.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Hi, Jamie. Glad you're here.
Um, and we went to the grocery store Tuesday. Is that when I went to the grocery store? Yeah, Tuesday, and got the things that I needed for tomorrow. And so rather than fight with getting it in the refrigerator, I just sent it all to the camper because that refrigerator out there is empty. The freezer out there is full, but the refrigerator's empty.
Well, that's nice.
So I just sent it out there, and then of course he had to bring it all back in. But all of those silly green tomatoes had to be somewhere.
Yeah.
So okay, let's see what we got that we can put in down here. Okay, that ought to do. The other thing is I just cut this with scissors the first time. I'll have to cut it carefully the next time.
Carefully.
Carefully, yes. I have to be more careful because, I want it straight.
That's true. Straight is always preferable.
Oh, Riri is here too,
Fortunately
and
for
I
me,
missed
it's
her
not
even
always
coming in.
accomplished.
I don't
Who?
even see her on my chat. So, hi, Riri.
Hi, Riri. We're glad you're here. Sorry we didn't notice you when you came in. Okay, so I've got some ledger paper, some music paper, and I'll get the um
Tanya Woodward's here too. Hi, Tanya.
we're glad you're here. Okay,
Nina
this
says
has
it's
some. Go ahead. I'm
that
sorry.
almost. I was gonna say that almost looks like handwriting instead of
This is shorthand handwriting. I mean, it's something written in shorthand, and then the book that tells you how to do it.
Oh, okay.
I like those. I like those papers that are written in the somebody's handwriting there. I like those. That's what we're going to use those.
Did I say hello to Julie? I hope so. Hi, Julie. Riri says she's glad to be here. Well, we're glad you're here.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay, come on now. Don't slide around. All right. We need a little more of this stuff on here. Come on. Stop. Well, the wallpaper is a little bit vinyl-y, and therefore when you glue on it, it wants to slide. So that
Yeah,
happens. It just makes me grump. I just grump.
you grump.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
grump.
sure I'll be grumping in a minute then, probably, because I'm sure
Mhm.
mine will
And
slide
and
too.
for all my telling you, I wasn't going to get glue off the edge.
Yeah.
There's glue on the edge and on my table. Hi, Holly. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hi, Holly. We're glad you're here.
Oh, Tanya, don't worry about being chatting. It's fine. If you don't want to chat, that's cool. If you want to chat, we love that you're here. So, okay. Now, I'm using bigger pieces than I used on that other one. I may be not as happy with it, but I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
awful.
I'm using bigger pieces than you are, but I don't know that I'm going to decorate mine the same way you are. So
Yeah.
the size of my pieces don't really matter that much.
Well, I did find that
I hope I
having
said
some.
hi to you, Andrea, but if I didn't, hi, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry, Tanya, I interrupted.
No, that's fine, hon. The the light and dark pieces. It was fun to have some pieces that were real dark. I Well, I actually cut up some black paper and I haven't put a piece of it on there yet, so we'll need to go find a piece of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, mine are all fairly similar. They're not going to be as much distinction between them as had last time when
mhm.
we made those scrappy books.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
But guys, I pulled a lot of colors out of magazines. This is magazine paper. Um, I mean, I have painty paper, I have scrapbook paper, I have magazine paper, um, all kinds of that kind of stuff, so that I got a different kinds of look. And I did sit the other night and cut up some magazines because I knew it would take me a while if I didn't. I didn't cut them. I cut them into big chunks like this to then be
Oh,
cut up into smaller pieces because I knew that if I tried to cut it all at one time, it would be difficult. And see, isn't that the coolest piece of paper?
that
And
is
it's just an
cool.
ad. It's an ad for something. I can't remember what. And I'm only using paperweight scrapbook paper, no cardstock weight, because frankly, I don't think it will fold around very well.
Oh, I didn't realize I was in the midst of a bunch of pictures in
Uh-oh.
this book. I don't want the pictures. I'll save them for something else. I'm not getting rid of them, but I just don't want them for this. Just chose the wrong place to pull my pages out.
Hmm.
I think this is a history book.
Well, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah. Um,
Uh-oh. I didn't, that was the wrong direction. Andrea's booping, I think is what she's saying. She's,
I don't know what booping is.
well, they're pokey and something else.
Okay, so they're giving each other nicknames.
I don't know exactly what they're
Oh,
doing.
Teddy Roosevelt. They're talking. Yeah, that was a picture of Teddy Roosevelt. It was. Yeah.
Oh, Linda's leaving. Bye, Linda. Oh,
Bye, Linda.
she snuck out and I didn't say bye. Oh, well. She'll understand.
Yeah, I'm sure she
Okay.
will.
We need some more goo up there.
Well, I'm getting some edges here to stamp words on when we do that in January.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Um, I already have a whole bag full, so.
Well, I have some, but the ones I have are all dumped in with other scraps, and I'm sure they're all kind of torn and, mistreated. These are straight.
Okay.
Boop is when you gently touch someone's nose with your finger and say boop. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing. I like that. I like boop. Thank you.
I was really feeling out of the loop about
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure what was going on. That was for sure.
boop.
Uh-oh. Jamie's winning. I don't know what she's doing, but she's winning.
Yay, Jamie.
I don't know what she's winning, but she's winning. So
Well, winning's good, I guess. I feel sorry for whoever didn't win.
yeah, well, okay. The whole point of doing this bigger, guys, was to not end up with glue on my mat, which of course I did. So, going to have to clean up even though I wasn't supposed to. It's going faster than I expected it, however.
That's good.
Yep. But it would be nice if it would quit sliding around. Of course, I'm going to have to rinse my brush pretty soon because it's starting to say, hey, don't you ever take care of me, is what it's saying.
This has underlining in it.
Ooh, I love that when the books come like that.
Some in red too. Something.
No, I said winner. I thought she said Jamie was winning. I thought that's what she said.
No, winner, not wiener.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah. Okay. That my desk gets too small every once in a while. Does yours get too small too?
Oh yeah. And then I just make another pile somewhere else, and it's big again.
Okay. Oh, we are so alike. So alike. Oh dear. Yep. Oh, that's a sweet thing, Mina. Her kitty cat boops her on the nose to
That is sweet. There are times when I wish I could have a kitty, but I would rather have my husband and my son,
I was
and
gonna
they
say,
can't have a kitty, so
if they can't have a kitty, unfortunately. Okay, we need some more letters because we need some letters. Um, oh, and some of this orange paper. Oh, I like that orange. Oh, it's got two different colors on it. Okay. And some of this.
well, I'm not going to be faster than you today.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I haven't even started gluing yet.
Oh, okay. Yes, You're not going to glue on the inside, and I have to glue on the
Oh,
inside.
that's true. I'm not.
Yeah. See, so yeah. Oh, I found this fun piece of magazine. Isn't that cool?
It is cool. Is that lettuce or kale?
It's a piece of kale. It was a single leaf, and it was almost the whole page. And it will make really cool stuff to paint, draw around and stuff.
Yeah. Well, those pages didn't turn out to be very much. There's a lot of border.
Thank you very much, Janet. Yeah, sometimes pages are like that. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm
All
going to
right.
start gluing now. I don't know if I have enough glue. I only have this much in my bottle.
Uh-oh.
I probably ought to add to it.
Probably.
It'll
Because,
be easier to get it out of here if I add to it too.
hmm
Okay.
Hi, Candy.
Hi, Candy. Glad you're here.
Okay. Uh-oh. Slid again. Now this is fun. That piece of paper and this piece of paper are the same. They're just different on the back side, so I can use them right next to one another. That
That's
works.
cool.
Hmm But then I'm gonna need a little piece of something. What do I got? This little. I can make it go that way.
I wasn't, when I got this Mod Podge, I wasn't thinking about how difficult it's going to be to pour it into my jug here.
Oh, the square one?
Well, it's not square, but it's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine is even bigger than that. They're not easy. I have a dedicated funnel.
I think I'm just going to cut a little place here so it can only pour
And
out in a little spot.
that's a good idea.
We will see if
Mhm.
it works.
Yeah, if it works. Yeah, I know. If it works. Okay. Oh dear. Facebook is getting harder and harder and harder to use, Barbara. I agree with that one. It is. It's really getting to be a pain. Okay, there's that. And we'll put that one right there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Both of those were kind of thick, so I'm definitely going to have to add water.
Uh-oh. You gotta go in and get some?
No, I got some in a bottle right here. I'll just pour it out of this spray bottle.
That's one of the things I keep out here, but that's because I play with fire, so I keep a big old bottle of water as well as fire extinguisher.
Yeah, well, that's smart.
So, course, I have a fire extinguisher underneath the kitchen sink too.
Yeah, I have two underneath the kitchen sink because
Mhm.
my son used one of them and he just barely used it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, but once you barely use it, they're no good anymore.
well, it's a different kind.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not it's not the it's it's a different kind. In fact, I don't think you can even find it anymore. We got it when we got our or maybe you can only buy it from them, but when we got our smoke alarms,
Mhm.
one of the things they gave us was this little kitchen sprayer and a a grease blanket.
Oh, mhm.
If you have a grease fire, you just throw that blanket over the top of it.
Yeah.
And whew, I
That
have
took a
to put
lot
my
out of.
finger over this. I'm afraid it'll pop open and go
Mhm.
everywhere if I don't.
Okay, I got to get out a piece of paper so that I can clean up my desk because I got to turn this around because the other end's not done. Then I got to remember to put my letters on upside down. Okay.
Whew,
Wore out already, are you?
yeah. I'm gonna give it another good shake, and then I'm gonna just use it and hope for the best. Okay, I'm not as strong as I used to be, or don't have the endurance I used to have.
Oh boy. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Um, Lisa's or Tanya's were. Yes, Barbara. I like that our groups have comments and not just likes. Um, I
And the
do
people
like.
post too
Yeah, and people post and
that they're not expecting us just to entertain them by being the one who always posts.
that's it. Yeah. And that I like to see what you do with what we have with what we do. It's
Well, that's why we started the groups in the beginning
right, right.
was,
So
to see what so we can see what y'all do, and
mm,
that's the only reason I have one is so y'all can share.
yeah. I don't know if I showed you this, but do you see this line right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got spots like that all over this Teflon mat. Do you know what that is? That's
What
that
is it?
mineral oil. It
Ah.
is not what's underneath. It's actually soaked into my Teflon mat.
Wow.
When I was doing my jelly plate, it ran over the edge of the jelly plate and got on the Teflon mat, and I have not been able to clean it off. It's in the mat.
Huh.
So,
I wouldn't have expected that.
I wouldn't have either, but oh, Julie's got to go get clean. Yay! My beloved boxer. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. Tanya,
No,
I'm sorry.
honey.
My
Well,
sister
I'm sorry.
lost their puppy day before yesterday. And it was definitely not a puppy. It was a giant monster.
A monster.
Yeah, Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, and the most laid back dog I've ever met. I'm not comfortable around dogs. Never have been. Just I'm not. I'm not a dog person. I'm. It's not. It's not their fault. They're good dogs, but they just make me uncomfortable. Well, like I said, this one will let you walk in his house without even barking at you. It's like he would just lay there and look at you like, but you knew better than to be bad because he could have taken you out in one bite. Okay, now I got to remember to put my little letters on upside down because I turned this around.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? It was
I had
bad?
two pieces there.
Oh, yep,
When I
when you
went
move.
to put it down, it moved. I was like, wait a minute.
No, no, it's not supposed to move. Mm-mm. So, okay.
I think I'm going to go on off the edge here too, and on the sides, so I can be sure I go all the way to the sides, because I think I will need all the side space.
Side this, you're going to need it all. I'm just hunting up some more papers. Because, like I said, I cut them into bigger chunks, but I didn't cut them into little chunks. It was it was better to leave them large so that I didn't end up with tiny pieces everywhere.
Right.
But I had a bunch of pieces that were, oh, I had stamped out of or cut the edges, and they were all messy. And so I just kind of cleaned them up a little bit, made them a little bit neater. Okay, that ought to do it. Julie, I agree. You guys are also wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Yeah, Lisa, that's going to be very pretty. I thought about doing a cover like that, but I also knew that I wanted something really bright. I have had
Yeah.
black and white for the last year. I wanted something outrageous. So, outrageous it is.
All righty. Well, I love what you do when you do it outrageous. Just like I love what Jean does when she does it.
Oh, yeah. It's just, I'm liking the black and white one I'm working on for Totally Junk Journal, but I just wanted something a little different. So, that
Oh, I
and
don't
I'm
blame
just,
you. When you've been using a certain kind for a year or more.
yeah, I just wanted something a little brighter. My last one was yellow of all things, which you guys know I don't like yellow. So, but that's I got it made, and it was like I need a planner cover, and it's like okay, yellow it is. The thing of it is that I have to glue papers on the this piece and all of the other pieces too. So it's going to take a while.
I think I really should have had at least one more kind of paper, because these are being really close to each other. I mean, the same.
The same color.
Well, they're the same. Like music has to be really close to itself, even if I surround it by other things, because I only have so many papers.
Papers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it'll be good anyway.
Ooh, that must not have been, um, that must not have been, what do you call it? Permanent ink.
No. It's kind of cool though,
Yeah, but,
but not what you're after.
well, I don't want it everywhere. You know how that goes?
Yeah.
It's okay if it's on a little bit of it, but I don't want it to be. Now it's in my brush. But
Yeah.
I thought those were permanent, so I guess I won't use any more of that particular piece of paper. Because now my brush is full of ink. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay.
My,
All of a sudden it's going, whoa. Nope, 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 nope.
my wallpaper keeps sliding around on my mat. It's like,
Uh-huh, that's doing that too.
yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, Julie. Okay.
Bye bye, Julie. Merry Christmas.
Jeff's friend, best friend, birthday is today. And they are, of all things, going to drive tomorrow. I'm like, okay. They were supposed to go see their grandkids, and there was an issue over COVID, so they had to wait. Until the 14 days kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, we need some more. Where's that? I need some more of this kind of paper. And then maybe a piece of this kind of paper. There you go, Candy. I agree. Uh-huh. Of course, this time of year, my skin is so dry.
Well, I don't usually have much trouble with, like um my hands being dry,
Oh,
but this year it's horrible because everywhere you go there's hand sanitizer, and so you grab it,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
and my hands hate that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
I
like that.
No, mine don't like it either. And but my hands are very, very, very dry, and they're always dry in the first place, and so it's even worse with all the hand sanitizer. I use fancy face cream on my hands actually.
I do too.
Um,
I do too,
the,
and my arms, from here down, that whole bit.
uh-huh. Yep. Well, and if I'm not lazy, I actually use it on my legs too, but I'm usually lazy.
Yeah, me too. The lacy part.
It's just one of those things. Okay, we need this letter. Is this an M or a W? Well, it
That's a
just turned.
W.
It's a W. Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's a W because M's usually have straight sides.
Straight sides. Yes, you're right. Okay. Well, I'm glad I asked because, it would have been upside down.
Well, it would have been good enough that most people would have looked at it and saw an M because they're so
Well,
close.
especially when I start decorating on it, but
Yeah. Okay.
hi, Barb. There she is, Chicken Pot Pie Society. We were wondering if you were here earlier. Oh, hi, Linda. I thought you were going earlier. I'm glad you're back because I didn't say goodbye. Oh, that's the same one as I put right there. We don't want that right there. I'll put that down here. There we go. One thing about magazine paper, get it down fast because it curls up really bad.
Yeah. That's one thing about using old book paper.
Yeah,
It's easy to use
it's really nice to use. Yep.
if you're gentle with it.
Yeah. Oh, so Candy, that's a really good idea. There you go, Linda. If it's good enough for a baby's butt, it's good enough for her. Um, the a lot of things have smelly stuff as part of the problem. I can't have anything with smelly stuff in it. It likes to make me itch. So okay. First we're gonna go like that, then we're gonna go like this. Then we need some of Tanya's paper. I like this piece. And some more Tanya paper. Let's see here. I like that piece. I'm going to have to put my spine in next week.
Yeah.
Tea tree, yes, it does. Tea tree oil, I've used tea tree oil before. Um, Usually in another carrier oil, though, like putting it into, oh,
Almond oil or something.
yeah, grapeseed oil too. Grapeseed oil works. Almond oil, something like that. Right now, I have camphor tree soaking in what do you call that? In grapeseed oil. Um, it should be ready to use in another week or two.
Well, that's cool.
Of course, that's for aches and pains.
Right. I was going to say the stuff that my chiropractor gives me has camphor in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps. It's not like a miracle cure, but it definitely makes a difference.
Um, yeah, and it's like I've got this giant tree. I had all these leaves down from the what do you call that thing that came and took everything, all our trees?
Sally?
Yes, hurricane. Hurricane was what that was. It was a hurricane. Um, and so now some of that might get cut off. I don't know. But that's okay. We'll just stick it on there, and if we cut it off, we cut it off. But all the leaves were down, so I just picked them up and put them in the bottle and put some hot oil on them.
Sounds like a good plan.
Barbara's talking about Trader Joe's. We were talking about Trader Joe's the other day, and neither one of us have one. Barbara's saying that she has to get friends from 6 hours away to bring stuff from Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Well, the only time I've ever had stuff from Trader Joe's is when I went to visit my sister or my brother, and then I could go and get some. And that was nice.
No, we used to go when we would go to Tucson for the bead show. We would always go to Trader Joe's and get snacks.
Yeah, they have good snacks.
They have good snacks. Okay.
When I went to watch my sister's kids when they had to go to a command school. Um, I brought stuff home from Trader Joe's to my kids, and when we
Oh,
went back to visit, they were like, "We want to go to Trader Joe's."
Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, let's see here. We need some other little piece right there. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Let's use this piece right here. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. By the way, Lisa, you may have to put a second coat um, on that for
Okay.
the outside. I did on my little one because that way I was sure that I got all the little corners. Yes, I have
Yeah.
one piece is done on one side. Now, see my pockets, I won't have to do both sides. Because I will just be putting my pockets in. I'll just need to do one side of them. Um, and you might not even need to do them at all.
I may not. I hadn't thought about that since my inside is going to be
Uh-huh.
nap.
But
Of
you
course, it'd
might
be
want to,
fun to have it on the inside.
I was gonna say if you do some of it, then it will kind of tie the outside to the inside.
Yeah.
So and the other thing about it is it makes it sturdier. That's the okay. This is my pocket piece. Okay, now keeping it held down. That is the the problem of the day. Okay, I don't know why I'm making myself work so hard. I have perfectly good clamps that I could hold those things down with, and I have not gotten them out. I don't know why. Okay. There. Okay. I did cut off a lot of little white edges on stuff that I was like playing with,
Yeah.
just so I didn't have white edges everywhere. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, I have this really cool piece of picture out of a magazine. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a bunch of little pieces. Okay. This was really cool.
Oh, that's pretty. It's
Mm-hmm.
bright. I like it.
Yeah. I thought it would go real well with everything. That's a piece of scrapbook paper that I did not like at all, but cutting it up makes it work.
It's amazing how that works out, isn't it?
This is stringy cheese from the mac and cheese ad, which I kind of liked. Holly's wrapping gifts.
Yay for Holly. Hannah did that while the plumbers were here. We got all our gifts wrapped.
Mm.
Decided turning them into a tree was not going to happen. So they're just piled artistically in front of the bookshelf.
Well, that works. Jeff brought the poles in that he had for Perry, so we put a bow on those. And I had Mom likes word search books.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't like crossword puzzles. She does word searches. And so whenever we have a discount store close, and whenever I go in there, I buy a whole bag full of them,
Right.
and then I give them to her one at a time, or on special occasions I give her 3 or 4 at once. So I had like 4 of those left, and so I gave her those. I've got those in a bag, and Jeff put hearing aid batteries in there. So you know, it's kind of a running joke because she seems to go through hearing aid batteries really fast.
Yeah.
We question whether or not she's really going through them or if she's eating them or something. But it's and she does drop one every once in a while, which is hard because her fingers don't work the way they used to.
Right. Right.
So I know she does every once in a while lose one. But so we put that bag in a bag, and that's ready. And other than that, that's the sum total of what we had to. Oops, it slid. That was not supposed to be. It was just supposed to be that slid. Shouldn't slide. I mean, it really
Actual
wasn't.
company coming to the house. Barbara's got to go put on a mask.
Uh-oh.
Not pretend company. Actual company.
Oh my goodness. Um, was that your sister that was on that stopped by
Yeah, my
when I was
my
on the phone?
sister. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, luckily she lives here in Amarillo, so we get to see each other more than I get to see my full sister, my blood sister, or whatever you want to call her. I don't like to say real because Darla's very real, but the one I grew up being my sister instead of the one I grew up being my friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we call Jeff's friend that's close, really, really, really close. I mean, his mother really raised him, anyways. But we call him his brother by another mother is what we call him.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty cool for me and Darla because we always kind of felt as close as sisters.
And then
And
to have your your parents marry one another. That's really kind of
yeah, it
cool.
was really cool, especially since they were so close as married couples.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably what made it possible is that they already felt comfortable with each other.
Yeah. Hi, Gabby. Actually, we're making planner covers. I'm working on my inside pocket right now. So we're collaging on wallpaper, which here I have an actual sort of sample of what mine's gonna kind of look like when I finish. It will kind of look like that, only it's going to be big because it's for my planner. So I am collaging down um, uh, magazine papers, painty papers that I have painted on the jelly plate, scraps of scrapbook paper, just all kinds of things. Lisa's using book paper, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm using that. But now I got to find a place to lay it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to find a place to put it down. Okay.
So now I can do my pocket.
hmm Now, is your front pocket going to fold in? Did you
Yeah.
think? Okay. See, I was afraid that by the time I got mine collaged, it was going to be too stiff to fold.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping since I'm only doing it on one side, it'll be okay.
Okay.
But I
Well,
didn't have enough height to to build a fold up pocket. So
right. Well, hi, Lori. Lori says she has a bonus son, and see, there you go. Uh-huh.
a bonus sign. I like that.
I like that one. Um, what was I gonna say? I forgot.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, if it doesn't fold nice, Lisa, all you have to do is cut it off and then sew it back on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
That'll be won't be that difficult to fix if it doesn't.
right.
Ah, shoot. Well, that's okay. I don't need that much anyway.
Okay. Because I know whatever it was like a last minute. Okay. And we're using wallpaper because we thought I happened to use wallpaper on this one, and it's very, very um, supple. Denise is here too. Denise, hi,
Hi,
Denise.
Denise.
Guys, if we have missed anybody coming in, hello, and we're really glad you're here. Sorry about that. Because Lisa, it is already almost 4 o'clock.
Good grief.
Yep.
So, what time do you need to get off?
In time for Jeffrey to see the news at 5:30.
Okay, well, we can definitely do that. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to stay longer than that either.
Yeah. He says the 5 o'clock news is not something he needs. It's really the 5:30 news that he wants to watch. So
Okay.
that's what he told me the other day when we were
All right.
trying to get off real quick.
Well, that's good to
Do
know.
you really want to know function? Oh, what was that? I was just learning something kind of useless again. I don't know what Jamie's useless. She was learning something, but it's useless again. So I don't know.
Oh, well,
Oh, about graphite powder. Yeah, Janet, Merry Old Christmas. My sister is, well, considerably north of you. She's in a little tiny town on the opposite side of the mountains from New Paltz. So close to the Hudson Valley, not in the Hudson Valley, but close. And they're expecting snow as well. Or storm is what she said, really. She said it's supposed to possibly get very rainy and nasty.
Okay.
I know I have this piece too deep, but it's better to have it too big than to not have it big enough. So
I agree.
Northeast Ohio's getting snow white Christmas. Oh, yay.
I wish we were.
Oh, like really? Graphite doesn't melt? Question. The answer is no. Graphite does not melt. In fact, a diamond will melt before graphite does, even.
Well, it may be useless, but it's interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. I have this really fun little skinny piece that needs to go in here somewhere. Okay, we're going to make it go right in there because I think it's cool looking. Yeah. So, oh dear, not that much because they'll just slime all over then. Okay. I need a piece of black. Where's my black? Oh, okay.
I decided to fold the pocket piece over and put the folded edge, up.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just not take my papers all the way to the top.
Oh, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to worry about them catching and stuff.
Yeah. Now, if I don't think that this is going to be sturdy enough, I may have to collage on the back side of it, but if I do, I will just put some big sheets of brown paper on the back, which, will make it sturdy, but I'm not going to fuss with doing all this.
Right.
To the back of it. So.
Oh, that's upside down.
Uh-oh.
Probably isn't a big deal since it's ledger paper, but the numbers were upside down. And I've been making everything else right side up, so.
Well, we are not expecting any snow. However, it is supposed to be, for us, very, very cold. 29 tonight, and that's pretty cold. And what's happening is it's happened a couple of times already, and it's early in the year for that. We don't normally get that kind of stuff this early in the year. It's usually a January thing. The way this is rolling, I will probably have to put something on the back of it.
Dr. Albert Einstein, one of the all-time great scientists, died July 18th, 1955. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
That's what it says right here on this little paper.
Okay.
So we're going to assume it's true.
I would assume it's true. If it says that on that little piece of paper, I would definitely assume it's true. Oh, Barbara says the wind chill up there is 20 below, and I've South Dakota can be like that. Where are you at, Barb? Now that I've asked her a question, I need to pay attention to the answer.
Yeah, kind of works better that way.
Jamie, I have water soluble graphite pen. Let me grab them. They're great big graphite sticks. Manitoba, yeah, I would have guessed somewhere like that. Um, these are I don't like these as well as plain graphite ones, but let me see, they're in here upside down. These are water soluble graphite sticks, and they draw a lot like graphite, but then you can get them wet and make them slime everywhere. They're really cool for grunging up a page and stuff. About an hour drive north of North Dakota. Up where barbed wire doesn't do a bit of good to stop the cold. But we've had that nice, lovely minus something other cold when we were in South Dakota. It's been a while. Okay, we got to finish up this piece. Okay, let's see here. Let's get rid of that. I'm pretty sure I don't need any more over there. But as much as this is rolling, I'm pretty sure I may have to put on the pockets, I may have to put something. So we'll find out when it dries.
Yeah. Well, that's one good thing about gluing a piece of the wallpaper
Into it.
and double
Yeah.
because it's not rolling on me at all. And
At all.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. I would guess that that's why. You've got that extra layer on there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa. Okay, which way is this S going? This S goes like that, but yeah, we'll put it right there. And we'll cause that to be the very inside edge when we cut this. And I'm also probably going to have to get out my rotary cutter to cut it, but that's okay too. Okay. Are you going to have enough to cut off and do your, oh, you said you're going to look for some lace or something to do your pin strap.
Yeah. That's my plan at the moment. Ribbon or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is that.
Yeah, you kind of got to get used to that minus stuff, though. It takes a while. Took me a while.
How dry do I need to let this get before I put the second coat on it?
Dry.
Completely?
Yep.
Like do it tomorrow or?
Yep. That's what I would do. Because if you don't, your brush sticks to it, and then you get streaky yuckies in it, and it just is. It gives it better coat when it's dry. Now I need to do this piece up and down, and I need to do this piece. And the thing is that this is my piece for my little strip, and I am not going to fight with it. I am going to give it its own little piece of paper. I'm just going to stick that on there, like so. And it's not going to be, it's going to get cut down to this little piece, so I'm not going to, whatever you use for your pen strap, you might want to have it reasonably sturdy. So you might need to put your lace on something so that it doesn't catch. The big thing is if it's not fairly sturdy, it's going to pull every time you try to pull your pins off of it.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to use lace. Partly for that reason, and partly because I think just something that's slicker, it'll just
Mm-hmm.
be easier. And I want it to
Yeah.
be easy. I don't want to be struggling with it every time I try to take a pin in and out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I've got lots of
Oh,
fabric. I'm sure I can find something.
my goodness. The sun came out.
Yay!
It hasn't been out all day. Oh, don't tip over the chair. Okay, the sun is out, and the other side looks like it's going to just let loose and pour any second.
Well, I've had it rain on one side of my house and be sunny on the other side.
Yep, it rains in the front yard, not in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. I have driven down the road here where you drive down the road and the front of your car is dry and the back of your car is wet, or vice versa, where it's just coming straight down and it just is dumping on it. And yep.
I have only one time in my life experienced that because it rarely comes straight down here. But I was driving down this way and the rain was coming like this, and it was like right in the middle on the yellow line, it stopped
Mm-hmm.
raining. But that is, I mean, it was so weird because that never happens. I mean, it's always blowing some direction here.
Yeah. Jamie, Lisa said that it had been blowing and blowing and blowing there too, and blowing dust everywhere. Um, it was raining pretty hard when we got up this morning, but it's it stopped. But like I said, the cold was supposed to come in really hard this evening. Um,
I think I want to, well, we're not going to really have, well, we have a little time. So
what
I
are you
think
gonna
I'm
do
going to decorate the front of my
of your
signatures
signature? Okay.
because that's kind of boring.
Yeah, that's common in Florida. I agree. It's very common in Florida. I can't. The first time that it rained in the front yard and not in the backyard, that was kind of surprising to me. Um, but I'm kind of gotten used to it now.
Well, that time that it rained in the front and not the back at my house, it was
Hmm.
the same day that it was raining, when
On
I
one side,
crossed the street.
yeah.
And I got home and got all my groceries in the house, and then it got to my front yard. I was like, oh,
Aha.
I timed that
Okay.
well. But
All right.
literally one time in my life, I remember it coming straight down. It's funny because when she was taking a little music class when she was in elementary school, and um, I know we're not streaming tomorrow.
No. Uh-uh.
We
I
said
I
Christmas Eve. We didn't say Christmas Day.
yeah. Um, I've got mom and Jeff's brother are coming for dinner, and so I got to cook and feed them, and then probably take a nap.
Yeah. Well, we're eating breakfast with Mom, and then I'm not sure when we're going to do it, but we're going to watch Wonder Woman because that's the day it comes out, and we got it on whatever, however, Hulu or wherever it is you buy it, so you can watch it.
Ooh.
I can't
Ooh.
remember where we're watching it from, but anyway. So popcorn. I get to have popcorn. I don't get popcorn very
Ooh.
often, so I'm excited.
Ooh, popcorn. Yum. Okay. Um, let's see here. I get popcorn quite often, but that's just, because I'm such a bad girl. I'm so bad.
Well, as long as you're going to be bad, just eat something for me.
Okay. Well, the only reason to eat popcorn is for butter. So, um, the only reason to eat potatoes is for butter. If I didn't have to, if I didn't have
Well,
to eat,
I'll have to admit, I don't put butter on my popcorn, and I love butter, but I cook it in an extra large amount of coconut oil.
ooh, now that sounds yummy.
And so it's got that same kind of flavor. Now, my mom used to cook it in butter, but when you cook it in butter, it burns a lot.
Oh
And
yeah,
but I don't like my butter poured on it because I don't like it to be um
soggy.
soggy. Yeah.
Oh, see, I like soggy.
So we go to the movies and I'm like, no butter, no.
Oh,
But of
oh, yeah.
course, their
Mm-mm.
popcorn probably their butter's probably not real anyway. So
Jamie didn't change her schedule, but she added to it. It's 45 calories per cup, better than lots of other stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that's true if
I,
calories are what you're counting.
yeah, yeah. I have no idea what it is or isn't. I just know that when I want to
Eat
eat it, when I want it, I eat it. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm just so bad. Yep. hmm Oh, I don't have any letters, Jenna. Oh, there's a letter. Okay, I was gonna say I don't have any letters left cut out.
Well, I got my beef jerky made last night. I always
Mm.
I make beef jerky for the kids, and it's in their Christmas stocking when they get up in the morning, and that's that's usually the first thing they're like, "Can we open stockings and get our beef jerky?"
Beef jerky. Ah, uh-huh. And did you get all the
So
toffee made?
I got all the toffee made, and Darren took most of it to work, and the other people we're delivering it to we'll take it on Monday. But most of it was 16 batches. I mean 16 packages of it were for him to take to work. So
Okay. Amy says she's got a video up tomorrow and she's going to be in the hop. So I have a video coming out Saturday morning too in Mary's Hop at 5 a.m. Lisa, you have one too, don't you, or not? I think so.
yes, on Saturday in Mary's Hop I
Saturday.
do have a video.
Yeah,
I was
and
because I have
Jamie,
a video coming out tomorrow too, but it's just a video. I'm not
Jamie
going to
has,
be live.
and Jamie's going to be live Sunday night.
Yeah, I'll be live Sunday night too.
So
And another one of Mary's Hops
yeah,
because Mary does not know how to relax.
I don't think so.
We love Mary, but she is a busy bee, and she keeps us busy too.
Yeah. hmm
But I love hops, so that was not a complaint.
Yeah. 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 Me too. Um, I will be in the January Friday hop when that one is. It's January 8th, I think. But the Sunday hop is hard because I already live stream on Sunday, so it was just
Too
hard.
much. Yeah.
Well, this is this came up with this line in the middle, Tanya. You got to fix that. Can't have that. Yeah, it was because after streaming for 4 hours, I didn't think I could do it. And a Friday hop is tough because I work Friday, a lot of times on Friday. So Lisa, will you adopt me? I want beef jerky in my stocking. Um, she has to adopt me first. I have, I used to make beef jerky all the time, and then I just got away from it. Uh, I have no idea why I got away from it, but I did. And
Well, that's what my dehydrator gets used for more than anything else nowadays is
it's
beef
beef
jerky.
jerky. Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, I do something else with it, or mom does something else with it. She uses it sometimes, but beef jerky, that's my kids think that's the only reason we have one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Why else
Well,
would you want one? When they
that's
were
the
young, I
biggest.
made fruit roll ups for them.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason I bought mine was for beef jerky. But I also dehydrate. I used to dehydrate a lot of things. I just got sort of away from it,
Yeah.
lack of time, and then this year when the I have now processed in one form or another two 5-gallon buckets of lemons.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And talk about yummy.
I'm a little jealous of that. I have to say, I'm a little jealous of that.
Yeah.
But
Um, you'll survive. Okay.
I'll survive.
Well, the I was not sure how the dehydrated ones would work, but they seem to work really well. I like them in my tea or in my water in the morning, and then my tea. I just use the same lemons all day long, so it's they end up in my tea.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't see why you can't do chicken jerky candy because I have done turkey jerky.
Like I say, they do turkey, pork, chicken. They do bacon jerky.
Yeah.
I haven't done it. I
Ooh.
always do beef, but
I've done what is that thing that they they shoot? Um, um,
venison.
yes. Thank you. Deer.
You're welcome.
Deer jerky. I've done deer. Um, it's not my favorite. I've done turkey. We did not like it. I've never done pork.
Yeah, I've only done beef because when it comes to jerky and the amount of money it takes to buy the meat and all of that,
Mhm.
I'm like, I want to do what I know we're gonna like.
Yeah. Well,
So
back when Brandon was little and we couldn't feed him anything,
yeah,
I tried everything.
I bet.
So that was why we had tried turkey because Brandon likes turkey and he could eat turkey. Um, chicken is related to eggs, so he couldn't have that all the time. So
Turkey's not related to eggs.
no, believe it. Well, turkey eggs, but they're not related to chicken eggs. I should say
Okay.
the protein in a turkey is different than the protein in a chicken. It's just like he can't have milk, but he can have beef as long as he's very careful to only eat it every so often.
Yeah.
Can't have it all the time. Julie's back for 10 minutes.
Okay. We're glad you're back for however long you have, Julie.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Okay. This. Okay, this can go right there. Well, I think I have almost gotten a layer collage on all my pieces. This will be the last one. which will be good. I need a skinny piece for right there, though. Okay, we'll put this right there. Mindy, Elk lives about 3 hours away by the Grand Canyon. Ah, okay. Um, uh, you can dehydrate things in the oven. It's just harder. Um, I was, like I said, I wasn't sure the lemons would work out in the dehydrator, but they worked out very nicely. I was very pleased with them. Um, the other thing is that once you dry something, you have to make sure you can keep it. And so my lemons are actually vacuum sealed into canning jars.
Yeah.
Um, I really wish I could have gotten hold of some more half gallon jars. I only had one. I had
We
to put.
always we dehydrate apricots when we have enough apricots. We
Ooh,
dehydrate
yummy.
apricots um and we put them in Ziploc bags in the freezer.
Yeah. See, and
But
I
you
don't
gotta
have
have
any.
freezer space to do
You
that.
got a freezer space to do that because I do have several bags of lemons, so that are
Yeah.
frozen, and the the freezer space at the moment is at a premium. So um, the the jars were my option, and the other thing is I couldn't put them in bags because the lemons are pokey and hard on the um,
On the bags.
on the points. Yeah, I knew they would
Yeah,
come right through the
that
bag.
makes sense.
So
I know that the apricots we did turn brown. I
yes,
didn't care. They taste so good. I didn't care.
yeah.
Um, I had never had the kind you buy at the store that look like apricots.
Oh,
They're that pale color and they're all soft. And I never had that kind of dried apricots because when I was a kid, mom dried apricots. And so they were brown and they were hard and they were delicious. And I went somewhere and saw some. I was like, oh, dried apricots. Yay. They look funny, but I'm going to eat them anyway. And so I got them and I was like, these taste horrible.
yep. Hmm.
These don't even taste like apricots. What is going
Apricot.
on here?
Yep. Yep. As a matter of fact, Jamie, as soon as I get this last couple of pieces down, there's some in a jar on the counter. I'll go get them and show them to you. Um, I just have to get one more piece up here. Yeah. And then, oh,
Well, I'm glad that we have 2 more days to work on this.
yeah, because it's going to take a bit. Um, oh, I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Oh, but I need to take the tea fairy my glass because he really should get me another bottle of tea, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Would you do this? Thank you. I didn't vacuum seal this jar because I'm just going to use them in the next few days. But oh, I've got glue everywhere. Give me a second. I don't want to get my arms in it. Oh. But yes, Jamie, I did not I didn't dehydrate any of my limes because I didn't have that many. They're in a bag in the freezer. Um, but I was out of space for and see how they make a lot really good noise. They're pretty, they're not real brown on the skin. They're pretty yellow. They weren't beautiful. the skins of the oranges and the lime of the oranges and the lemons this year were not as pretty as they have been in the past. We and I didn't slice them. I used them in my tea in wedges, so I wedged them because that's how I want them. And I laid them on the dehydrator tray on their skin like that, and it took way longer than I expected. Yes, they're stayed greenish. Yes, and the skin is still kind of yellow on my lemons. And then the inside turned all brown. The big problem was there's no way I can put these in bags because that's very pokey. You know, it'll poke right through the bag. They're hard as rocks. Um, they will actually break. Um, but they rehydrated real well. Took a long time, yeah. They rehydrated real well in my drink. You know, I just put them in the water in the morning and just leave them all day. Um, and I didn't have enough freezer room this year. Last year I froze, I think, 10 bags, gallon sized bags. I froze about 10. I had lemons for the whole year, but my freezer's full of meat and other stuff right now, and I just didn't have the room. So I think I've got two, four, about 4 1/4 bags in the freezer of lemons and limes. And I did put some juice in the freezer. Thank you, hon. I did put some juice in the freezer because some of the lemons were actually, um, I don't know, I couldn't just trim off a bad spot. The outside skin was nasty, but the inside juice was fine. So I just juiced them and put some little bottles of juice in the freezer because I go through a lot of lemon juice too. Um, the lemons, we got all the lemons from the neighbor's tree. Um, we got the limes from our tree, which is the first time it produced, and I think Jeff said it had either 14 or 17 limes. I don't remember. Um, 10 pounds of limes. Yeah, that's, I put them in the freezer too, Jamie. I just wedge them up like that. And what I do when I freeze them, guys, I have a little tiny cookie sheet, and I cut them up in wedges like this. I put them on their backs on this cookie sheet. Yeah, no freezer space. And then I freeze them, and then I take them and put them in a bag. So they freeze individually so I can reach in and grab some. Is that dry enough to work on?
Well, I just put this down with a glue stick because
Okay.
it's just on my signature cover.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say my cover is not near dry enough to work on.
Yeah, no, my cover's not either. And I want to do another coat on it before I do anything anyway. Or do you think I should put the decoration on it and then do the coat?
Are you going to just glue those kinds of decorations on it?
I'm not certain yet. That's I think I want to do around it, around each piece.
Yeah.
And with like a brown Inktense pencil or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then do this. But that's all I want to do. I don't want to do a doodling and stuff on it.
Yeah. The only big problem with doing it before you put your second coat on is that if your Inktense pencil is for some unknown reason not totally watered down, you're going to have it bleed on you. So,
Yeah. Of course, that probably wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Okay, Linda said it is dinner time, and now she's got to go. Bye.
Bye, Janet. Thanks for coming. Merry Christmas tomorrow.
It's Linda that's leaving, not Janet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see that now. Okay, bye, Linda. Merry Christmas tomorrow.
Yeah, but Jamie, that was my thing this year is I just don't have the freezer space to put all the lemons away, and I mean, there's still lemons on that tree over there. I mean, Jeffrey gets the ladder so that we take the lemons that other people can't reach. Um, the I mean, all the neighbors go get them, and our orange tree. Now I have to start doing the oranges. I have to do something with them. Now we give a lot of them away. Jeff Santa Claus oranges yesterday. Um, he went around the neighborhood giving away his little bags of oranges.
Did he
Um,
dress like Santa?
no, he
Oh,
just
that would have been fun.
well, it was a little warm to dress like Santa yesterday.
Oh,
Um, but there's a new family behind. Well, they're not new. They've been back there a year or so behind us who are actually working on their house and actually making it nice instead of like the one directly behind us. Um, but he he took them a bag and he took across the street where we get the lemons. They like oranges, and he'll take them oranges again. But we don't take very many at a time because the longer you leave them on the tree, the better they last.
right.
Santa can't come to a dirty house. Hi, Debbie. Well, unfortunately,
He
Santa
does at
lives
my
in a
house.
dirty. He lives in a dirty house here, so it's just one of those things. Um, I was gonna show you. I have to go find my other piece of elastic. I was going to show you how to put that in there when you don't have enough elastics.
I think I'm gonna write weekly, right up here on this piece of ledger paper.
Ah, okay, so you'll know.
Yeah, I
I just
probably would
it's
know anyway just because of where it's located in the book.
yeah,
But
it's like I keep them in that way. Okay, so that's the first half of the year, and this is my new video planner. We'll put it in this way. So I find the middles on both of them, and I have an extra elastic that just goes around them, like so. And then this is my last week of this one, so we can take this one out. And what you do is you take these two books that are elastic together and you tuck them into an elastic. And now you have two books where you only had one elastic to put it. So, and you can
that's
get
a very handy trick.
you can get a lot of little books in there with only 3 elastics. Because I have 4 elastics. You have 4? 1. Yeah, 3 holes makes 4 elastics.
I have seen people with like 8 or 10 books, and I'm like, wow.
Well, with 4 elastics, I could put 8 books in here.
Yeah, why would you? I wouldn't want to have to deal with 8 books, but
Well, it all depends on how you break down and what you're doing.
yeah,
You know, 4 has always been enough. I did do one of the things that we've talked about. You and I have talked about is that with planners, you got to make them work for you.
yeah.
And if they're not working for you, then they're not working. Debbie's leaving.
Bye, Debbie.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. Oh, she says she's not
Oh,
leaving yet.
oh, okay. And he also gets grilled cheese and chocolate milk. Oh. Well, mine's going to get leftovers for dinner tonight, and then he's going to get ham and potatoes and sweet potatoes and beans and cauliflower and carrots and onions. Not
I
sure
wish I
what.
had thought of that Santa can't come to a dirty house rule when my kids were young.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't, because I was sick and miserable most of that time, and then they couldn't have done everything that needed to be done in order for it to not be that way. So
Yeah.
That would have
Um,
just been pressure on me too.
the other thing is I usually make up my whole year um, now, and I just keep this on my desk because, like, um, this um, this I hadn't made next year's calendar yet, so I had to write stuff down because I already have. Uh, oh, that's in January. Um, I already have October and November doctor's appointments and July doctor's appointments. And I know, Mom, I have a March doctor's appointment that for some reason is not in here. It's on a little piece of paper somewhere. So, but that's,
Let's put it right side up at least. Oh, I don't
well,
want that one.
see, and that's another reason Barbara said something about the colors on these. Barbara, that's another reason why I don't use the same color all the time. I did full purple to put my weekly planner in purple because it's been purple for a year. Ooh, Teresa, yeah, ham always smells good. I like ham. I don't particularly like turkey, but that's why these are different colors, is so that I can just flip and I can know where they're at. These are really good too. Um, these are repositionable little.
I just bought me some of those yesterday when I did my grocery shopping.
Yeah. I tried stapling in little tabbies like I have in my Society of Idea Collectors book. Where is that? Because I really like those. I love those stapled in tabbies. I thought they were really fun, but you can't move them around, and sometimes one list grows bigger than it should. So it is helpful to be able to move them around. I just had little tabbies that I stapled in, and I tried that in my planner, but that doesn't work in my planner. So
Yeah.
what is beef? I need a good beef jerky recipe. I just have not found one I like. Do you know I made the easiest beef jerky in the whole wide world?
Tell me how you
Uh,
did yours, and I'll tell you how I do mine.
okay. Um, First off, I conned the deli guy into slicing my meat.
Yes, me too.
I always make them. I always have the pay to have the meat sliced. Okay, so that it's sliced real thin, and then I buy barbecue sauce that the guys like, and I put barbecue sauce and soy sauce. Not a lot of soy sauce because that's way too much salt, but a little bit so that it makes the barbecue sauce a little bit runny. Put it all in a baggie and put it in the freezer for about a week in that barbecue sauce and just let it soak in that barbecue sauce in the freezer. Take it out, thaw it out, and then put it in the dehydrator.
Cool.
That's how I do it. So, how do you do yours?
I put soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
equal parts soy sauce and coconut aminos. I used to just use soy sauce, but I decided I didn't want to use that much soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But in a baggie, and then I pour a bunch, and it's eyeball it. A
Mm-hmm.
bunch of onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper in there, and stir it up really good. The more cayenne pepper, the better. And that's how I make mine.
Okay.
And
Coconut.
I just leave it in there for several hours,
Yeah.
and then I take it out and drain the stuff off and put it in the dehydrator.
Yeah. Coconut aminos.
Coconut aminos,
Okay, I'm gonna have to read about that because I've never heard of that before. Um. Okay.
It's a soy sauce substitute that
Oh.
is
Okay.
sweetened with coconut and coconut sugar instead of regular sugar. But that if you have problems with soy, then
Yeah.
you could use this instead of soy. And um I try to stay away from soy as much as I can. Soy sauce once in a while in stir fry, and then beef jerky is about the only soy I ever consume. And so I
Yeah,
I
we
found out
don't
that the
use
coconut aminos, well, my son can't tell the difference, and he's the picky one. So,
okay. All right.
um,
Um, well,
but it's more
Teresa,
expensive.
an electric, yeah, but that's, besides the point. Making your own beef jerky is expensive.
Yeah.
Teresa, having an electric slicer would be nice. Debbie, are you saying did we paint the planters? Um, are you talking about this? These are old, and yes, I painted the covers on a couple of these were just sort of blank notebooks. This is watercolor paper, watercolor paint on copy paper. um I actually have a video on that, and I did these a long time ago, and when I was redoing my planner last year, I needed some blank books, and rather than making more blank books, I grabbed a couple of these. This is just jelly printed, and then they do have Mod Podge over the top of the jelly print. Oh, print the inserts. Yes, Debbie. I print out my inserts from a company called. Well, it's not a company. It's a website called My Life All in One Place, and Lisa printed hers out from there too. They have different size inserts. Um, are you in one of our Facebook groups? Because if you are, I put the link in both of the Facebook groups a few days ago. And it's called My Life All in One Place. And then Lisa made up this really cool. Can you show her yours?
Um,
We were
yeah.
doing we wanted video planners, so Lisa made up that video planner sheet for herself, and I had some other things I wanted, plus mine had to be condensed because I use a narrower book than she does. So I kind of rearranged
My
it a
papers
little.
are still wet. That's why I don't have it folded up into a book yet.
Yeah, I rearranged it a little bit. But Debbie, if you're in our Facebook groups, it's already linked there, and if not,
And
email
the link to
me.
this video book is in both our Facebook groups too.
Yes, the link to the video books, but in both. Yes. And the thing about printing the inserts is, guys, if you want to use a ring bound um, planner, he's got Filofax. He's got traveler's notebooks in all the different sizes. He's got Filofax pages, which are, I think Filofax is the one that has the holes in it. He's
Yeah.
got date timer size. He's got all kinds of sizes and different planner inserts. So you can get whatever you really want for your planner. If you don't want to use elastics, you don't
And
have
they're
to use
free.
elastics. Yeah, they're all free. They're all free. So, um and Lisa and I both linked to our pages in the groups too. So that is what I've been doing it for ages now. My original. Please say the name of the site again, Jamie. Jamie, it is My Life All in One Place. If you email me, dear, I will send you the link. You do have to. You do have to go through his site looking for stuff. Sometimes, but all the 2021 planners are out. He even just did one in Spanish. Um, I think it was a traveler's notebook one. I was just going to show my cover is not dry, but it's looking pretty good. So, but yeah, it's My Life All in One Place. So if you don't find it, Jamie, just send me a message. And Lisa, when you finish that, I probably ought to go. It's 20
Okay.
minutes to 5 already.
Well, I don't have to finish this. We can just go if you need to.
No, we can talk.
Okay. Well, I know what it's like to need to go, so I just want
Well,
to make
no,
sure
I don't.
that
I don't need to. I just,
okay, just sort of need to,
yeah. Oh, and it's
just
only 20
eventually
minutes.
need to.
Okay, it's only 20 minutes to 5, not 20 minutes after 5.
That's right.
Hi, Lori.
And when you said
Okay.
you needed to go soon, that's why, because I knew what time it was. That's why I got worried something that there was a real reason needed to go.
Okay, Debbie, I'm glad you found the group. And Lori just put the link. Thank you, Lori. Let me go see if oh, she's already in it. Okay. Okay. Well, the links were posted in the last week or so. We were talking about this week and a half ago. I just can't do much more to mine until it dries. That's the biggest thing. Um, until it dries, I can't do much.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to decorate my inserts. So
Yeah, I'm lazy. I don't plan on decorating my inserts.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Um,
I hadn't really planned on it, but since we were still here, I decided to go ahead.
I think I did this before. I don't know. Maybe I did this after I saw Jean's um thing, but I don't think so.
No, you did those before.
Yeah,
At least you did them before you did it with her.
yeah. So yeah, and I do use my pockets a lot. I really use my pockets quite a bit, but this pocket is not quite deep enough, and that back pocket is useless. So
So changes are being made.
yeah, changes will be made. So what's the name of Lisa's group? It's the same as her YouTube channel. It's Lisa My Eclectic Life. Hi, Sana.
I didn't realize how difficult that name was going to be for people sometimes when I chose it.
Uh
But I've
huh.
had several people, not now, but at first, quite a few people called me Lisa My Electric Life.
Ah,
And I
yeah.
thought, well, my life's really not electric. It's eclectic, but it's not very electric.
Thank you, Lori. Um, well, I can't spell it. It's a good thing that my computer remembers things because I can't spell eclectic. It just never seems. Uh, there's a little town in Alabama called Eclectic.
I didn't know that.
Yep, I actually used to work there in that town, taking furniture apart. It was a very interesting job. I had to call the fire department one day to come get a snake
Oh my goodness.
that we
It was
trapped.
in the furniture?
No, it was in the warehouse. It went across my foot.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I was taking apart a couch, so I did not have my glasses on because I was wearing safety glasses and I was pulling staples. And I could see to do what I was doing, but I couldn't. At that time, I couldn't see far away. I didn't have to wear readers. I wore the other kind of glasses.
Right.
And I'm taking apart a couch, so I'm slid up underneath this couch that's on sawhorses, and I'm pulling staples out of this couch. The girl I worked for refinished furniture, and this this thing was coming across the floor, and I realized it was going to go up and over top of my foot, which it did. So the snake just kind of went over the top of my shoe and back down, and it was like, okay, can I breathe now? So it's like, okay, so now what do I do? And my husband says snakes can't hear, so screaming is really out.
Well,
So
you can
reached,
scream then if they can't hear. It doesn't
it's like,
do any
yeah,
good, but
doesn't do
it
any
makes
good.
you feel better.
I managed to sit still, reach out, grab a paper bag, said, Linda, I need help. And we scooped the snake up into a paper bag. Now, it wasn't but about, 15, 16 inches long. And, let's see, maybe this big. Okay. It was a little tiny snake. The problem is that we didn't know if there was a mama snake around that, what kind of snake is this? And is there a big mama snake around?
Yeah.
Because, here in Florida and Alabama, we have nasty snakes. Um, water moccasins and copperheads and all kinds of
Right.
nasty, nasty snakes. So we call the fire department. Now, this is the funny part. See, we call the fire department and they send out a truck, not a fire truck, but a truck of prisoners that work road crews. Okay. In Alabama, the prison department sent, they actually have road crews that are prisoners.
Yeah, we have that too.
Okay. So they sent out a truck with a deputy, and there must have been 15 prisoners on this truck. And they all come in the shop because, they can't, one of them stay outside. They have to all come in. They all come in the shop. And these big guys that are just, tough guys, right? Not one of them will open the sack to look in this at this snake to tell us what it is. Not one of them. It was hysterical. Linda and I are looking at each other and just about dying. We're laughing. We're trying not to laugh.
Trying not to laugh. Yeah.
It's like trying not to laugh. So Linda's got this bag in her hands. So she says, okay, well, if you will look at the snake and tell me what kind it is, that's all that we need to know. I'll hold the bag. So finally, one of these guys will look at the snake. It's just a little black snake, apparently. It was not a poisonous one. But for months we were constantly looking to see if another snake had come in the warehouse. It was like,
Oh,
oh
I'm
my God.
sure.
I was like, oh, so that was, and it was this Eclectic is a very small town. It's a very old town, and the buildings are not in good condition. And it was a downtown building with a big warehouse on the back of it, and it was just, it was hysterical. We it was scary at the same time. It was funny. We laughed so hard. It's like, okay. It's like, okay. Oh,
Well, even Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes.
yes, that's true. Well, Tanya doesn't like snakes. It was amazing that she didn't jump out of her skin when it crawled across her foot. It's like, oh my gosh. So it was. I didn't wet myself either.
Well, that's good too.
That would have been more
Hi,
like.
Lori. I'm sorry. I didn't notice you were here. I heard Tanya talking to Lori, and I didn't realize it was somebody I hadn't greeted. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here. And thank you for being helpful.
And thank you,
All right.
Janet. I appreciate the links there too. So I feel like I'm not getting anything done sitting here. I did condense two scrap boxes into one scrap box the other day. But now I have to put all this scrap that I got out back.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't finished. I haven't finished, so I won't put it all back, but because I think I'm going to do the inside cover. I might just cover it with one large sheet of paper. I might.
Okay. I'm sitting here doing this M,
Yeah.
and it has
And you made it
not
crooked, didn't
straight sides.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
guess
little
I'm gonna
black.
do either one.
Okay, what's
Okay, so
not
here's
little
monthly
black?
and weekly.
What? Oh, that's beautiful, Lisa. Just a second. I've forgotten to put. Teresa says not little black ones. Little black ones are good old boys. Yeah. Um, this was probably more like a corn snake, rather than a king snake or a big black snake. It was probably a corn snake. Um, we used to get corn snakes in South Dakota too, quite a bit. Jeffrey carried a whole passel of them across the street one day, like Medusa. Um, they had come up out of the ground, and as as they were coming up out of this hole, he started grabbing them and sticking them between his fingers like this. So he had like four snakes in one hand and another snake in the other hand, and he comes around and he says, "I think I caught the mama," because he's holding his arm above his head and her tail is dragging on the ground. I used to make him walk them across the highway. If he walked them across the highway, they came back. I figured they belonged there, but otherwise they had to leave. Mm,
Cross
they're
the
good.
highway sounds good to me.
They're
So
good.
I finished that one. Are you wanting to go ahead and go, or were you just?
Yeah, it's going on 5 o'clock. I think it's time
Yeah.
to go. Do you
Well,
mind?
thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Uh
We
oh,
love you. God bless you.
Lisa, my hold
Yeah.
on just a minute. My headset just cut out. I can't hear you. Okay, say something.
I was just saying goodbye to everybody.
Okay, well, all of a sudden my headset quit working, and then it
So
turned
can you
itself
hear
right
me
back.
now, or is it still
Yeah,
bad?
yeah, I can hear you now. It just turned itself off and turned itself right back on.
Well, that's weird. Maybe the
Yeah,
battery's low.
yeah. Well, it shouldn't have been. I had it on the um, charger all morning, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going on 5 o'clock. It's time to go. I can't do anything more. What I probably am going to do for homework between now and Tuesday is get my pockets all ready and um, double coat my pieces,
Yeah.
and
I'm going to
then
double coat everything. So,
yeah, um, and then we can do the inside of our cover with the spine and everything um, Tuesday.
on Tuesday. Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use a big sheet of jelly printed paper and just do one sheet on my inside cover because my pockets, which is, half down here and half over here, are all going to be collaged in little pieces. So if
Yeah.
this is just one big piece, that way it won't take so long to do that and we'll be able to go on to other stuff.
Yeah. I was going to say, Sherry, I cut my avocado in half and then I take a spoon and I scoop it out. But that's because I always
That's,
make guacamole with it.
yeah,
But the other way to do it would be to cut it in half and then slice it.
yeah. Um,
But I slice it with the skin on if I'm going to slice it and then peel the skin off of each piece.
I'll see, and I don't think I've ever sliced it for any purpose. I just spoon it out, and if I want chunks, I just cut it up a little bit and put it on somewhere. So,
Yeah. Well,
um,
used to slice it up for Darren so it would be pretty.
ah, aren't you sweet, Barbara
But
made
mostly
that
we eat
just in time.
guacamole now. So,
Yeah, just in time to say goodbye. Most I don't necessarily turn it into guacamole. I just like it. I usually use it like on a sandwich or something. So,
yeah.
I usually cut it in half, take the pit out, and then scoop it out with a spoon, like you said. So, oh, you've never had it before? Oh, those are beautiful, Lisa.
Thank you. I like them. They make me happy.
Hmm. I'm good. I'm glad. So, um, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to double coat things. I'm going to get my pockets um ready on the inside, I think. And then I'll just use one big sheet to do the inside and the spine of the other one.
That sounds good. I'll find some fabric to go inside mine over the spine part.
Okay, because that way I can decorate on my pocket. I can work on my pocket while the inside of the cover is drying next week.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
good. Thank
All
you,
right.
Barbara. You all have a
Okay.
blessed holiday. Love you.
Yes.
See
Have
you
a
on Tuesday. No,
wonderful, wonderful,
we'll see you
wonderful
Sunday on Tanya's
yeah,
channel.
Sunday, and then Monday night on Lisa's, and
Yeah,
then
and then
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
But also don't forget that Saturday morning at 5 a.m. there's a bunch of us that have a video hop playing.
Yeah, I think it's
So
5:30, isn't it?
I
Anyway, it's not live, so you don't have to watch them right then. But there are going to be a bunch of videos to hop from one to another coming out on Saturday morning.
yeah, coming out
And
Saturday morning.
Sunday night there is a hop that is live.
Yes. Is it
So
this Sunday?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you'll be on what time?
yeah. I'll be on at 9:10, from 9:10 to 9:40.
Okay. All right. So
Okay,
we will be around a lot, guys.
a lot.
A lot.
Love you all. Bye bye.
Bye bye.